Hello and welcome back to ARCHI Tools. In this video, we will discuss about an AI plugin tool that will help us to generate floor plans. So this plugin is related to creating the floor plans of any residential or apartment types of layout. If we are starting out with any project and we are not sure how we need to begin with the planning of the project, so this AI plugin would help us to get a little bit of glimpse of what we can expect while working in the layout for our particular plot region. So the plugin which I am talking about is PlanFinder. And first of all, we'll talk where you can download the plugin. So you need to go into PlanFinder website, and inside this, here you would get an option to download. You can obviously look into the various info what is provided. So once you are done with it, you can press the download button. So since we are requiring the plugin for Revit version, just select your version, whatever version you have currently in your system, and just download it. So I had the Revit 2024 version, so I downloaded this. Now after downloading, you would get this kind of zipped file, and you need to extract it. So after extraction, this is the file which we have. You just need to click it and it will get installed in the process. Now, once it has been installed, just open your Revit, and here on the top in the ribbon panel, you would find an option for the Plan Finder. So I have opened a new Revit file, and for this Plan Finder to work, first of all, I'll just create a boundary of my plot. For creating a boundary in which I have to fix my layout inside, so I need to create a wall. Just press WA, and let's select any one of these walls. Okay, let's go ahead with this one only, and I'll create a wall, something like this. You can also make little bit of adjustments, like this is chamfered over here, and I'll break it like this. Now if I need to create a layout inside this, I just need to go it. So first of all, we'll discuss this option, fit. So I have gone into Plan Finder and just click on fit. After that, it will ask for the signing up. Once we have signed up, it will just continue with the process. So I have selected this fit option, and now I just need to place a point surrounded by walls, as it is mentioned on the below left corner. So I'll place it on a point somewhat inside this. Next, after placing the point, it will be asking, please select the entrance of the plan. So I have to select any one region from where I want my entrance. Let's say I want my entrance to be from this side. So I'll click on this part. Here it has shown an error that it couldn't fit any plans to the boundary to try a boundary with an area somewhere between 20 to 150 square meters. So the problem which I am having right now is, if I just create a room to check what is the area that has been created, it is covering 274 meters square. So clearly it is beyond the capability of this AI, which has a limit of 150 meters square. So what I can do is, I can just break this overall plan into parts and work on it differently. So I'll just press on Control Z. I'll place one more wall in between, and now I'll check with the room how much area is it coming. So it is coming around 119, and this one is coming as 151. So I'll move it a little bit like this, and I'll just undo this part because rooms won't be deleted. I have to go into this schedule to delete that. So I think now I'll be able to work on this layout. So I'll just go into fit, and again I have to select the location. I'll select this boundary region. Next, it will ask for the entrance of the plan. I'll select this region, and it has created a layout based on that. So we have the properties over here. First of all is the input. So we have already provided, that is the entrance we have provided as a point, and we have provided the facade is related to the generate option. So we won't talk about that currently. If I go to the filter, we have options of showing the bed. So currently in the default mode, beds are overall 3, as we can see over here. If you want only 2 bed, just click on this, and it will just change the layout. Similarly for the bath, if I want only 2 baths, I can click on this. So I guess we only have 2 baths over here, that's why it is not changing. Let's go ahead and select 3 baths. I'll just untick this. Okay, so there might be some error in this part. Let's go ahead and select one bath. So it has updated based on only one bath area. It has created a powder room based on its own understanding because we have two bedrooms. That's why I think. Next is the country region. You can press on other. I don't think any changes there. And this is the minimum area. So let's say you want your minimum area of the living to be. So this is in meter square. Just keep this in mind. So let's say I want this in a minimum of 9 meter square. So it will just generate the layout based on that. I'll just increase this up to, let's say, 50 and see what happens. See, it has just changed the layout just because I have changed the minimum area. So it can be more than what I have provided over here. Just like as we have seen, living is now 69.40. The next thing which I would be talking about is you can find this blue highlighted region here, right? So this is the wall orientation, the location of the wall enclosure that we had provided. But in order to create its own layout, it has somewhat tweaked the boundary of the region, and it is showing by how much the layout has been tweaked. So this is the option related to the fit. We'll also discuss how we can avoid this kind of tweaks and just place everything inside it by using the other two options, that is the furnish and generate. We'll talk about it later. The next part would be the settings. If I go into the settings, you would find the wall type interior. So you can change the wall type interior. It is taking the system families of the Revit. If you change it somewhat low over here, so it will change itself from here. So just keep in mind that this is related to the interiors, not the exterior walls. uh, you can also change it afterwards, but initially if you want to change, you can do it. Same is the condition for the doors also. So PF is all the families which has been created from the PlanFinder, and these are above doors are system families in the Revit. So you can use any one door if you require, but it won't be able to differentiate it different based on the different rooms. So I have to do it manually afterwards. That's fine for now. And this is the fit settings. So it is fit settings is downscaling is 0.98. This is the precision up to which it is allowed to downscale. Similarly for the upscaling, this is 1.05. So this is a calculation based on what the tweaks are happening. Nevertheless, if I just show you the another way of changing the layout, if you just need to click inside the room and it will show the possible layout options like this. And similarly, if I go to this cursor over here, it will show the various layout options. Once you are happy with any of the options, you can go ahead and press on OK. So it will take some time to load. So it has created the layout, but this is not what I have wanted. So it has only worked on the interior walls, not it has not changed the exterior walls. So I have to do it manually. I have to place it closer and now check the rooms if it is fine or not. So this one also, I think that should be like this. And I can remove this. Okay, so that's how this works. So, and yes, we need to do a few things manually after that. This layout is also not very in a well planned manner, but yes, in the initial stage it can help us while creating our layouts. So in order to avoid the error what we had in the previous manner, if I just press on undo, so this is what we had like this is not as per our what boundary wall we have created. In order to work on the boundary wall and we want to constrain it inside, constrain a layout inside, we can use this generate option. Just press on this generate and it will ask for the point surrounded by the walls. I'll select this point, and next thing it will ask for get facades. Let's select this as facade and hit on the finish icon. Please select the entrance of the plan it is asking. Again, I'll select this entrance part. Now let's see what happens. So what we got a conclusion from this previous option was we can use fit option in which we have very basic boundary, not enclosed like something block with the corners trimmed or things like that. We need to have very clean boundary, and things shouldn't be much fixed in that. But if your boundary is fixed, you can use the generate option, and you would get more cleaner options here. So if I press on the other options for the layout, just clicking over here, so you can see the boundary is not fixed and everything is being adjusted. The layout is being adjusted inside this boundary only. So the same function of the filter is like this over here also, but it is not showing the number of option of number of beds and things like that. So this is the change from the previous fit option what we had. It will just take its own understanding of how many rooms it can fit, the size. You can obviously work on the minimum area of the rooms, but the number of rooms and bathrooms, water closets, everything is just predefined by the AI version of it, because our enclosure is now fixed. The settings are same in this also, just like it was for the previous one. If you're happy with any of the layouts, you can just go ahead, and yes, if you want to change the inner layout of any room, you can just click on that and it will show you the options in which it can provide you the layout. Eventually you can change it afterwards. So I'll just go ahead and use this and press on OK. Again, it will take a few seconds to work on this. So it has created the layout as it was showing, but one problem which I'm facing is it has not shown any of the furniture layout options it was showing. I'll show you the reason why this is happening. So I'll again go through the process by clicking on the generate option, and it will ask for the point. I'll select this portion, and it will ask for the get facade. I'll select this part and hit on the finish key. And next it will ask the entrance of the plan. So I'll click somewhat over here. It will generate the option. So the layout has been generated, but if I just go on OK, again, it won't be having the furniture. So if I go into the settings and show you, we had an option of bake. So bake furniture was previously unticked. So it was just baking the rooms. But if I haven't selected the bake furniture option, it will not show the furniture. So just make sure that this setting is on in order to show the layout, and just press on OK after that. Now you can see that the furniture layout has been provided for this part of the floor layout. So now you have seen how PlanFinder can generate layouts, find best fit plans, and even suggest furniture placements using AI. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe to ARCHI Tools, because I'll be bringing more practical insights on AI and BIM that you can actually use in real projects. See you in the next one.